For a number of years, the Duggar family has been able to hold the interest of viewers all around the world thanks to their reality television show, 19 Kids and Counting, which brought them prominence. The large, close-knit family, and especially its children, have frequently been the subject of watchful scrutiny from the general public. Everything about the Duggar family's existence, from their strict upbringing to their high-profile marriages, is of interest to the public. This includes every aspect of their life. Among the Duggar children, John David Duggar and his wife, Abbie Grace Burnett, have received a significant amount of attention, particularly in the aftermath of their rapid courtship and marriage. Despite the fact that a great number of followers were excited to witness the couple start their new life together, there was one aspect of their wedding that caused a great deal of confusion: the postponement of their honeymoon. It appeared strange that a couple who had been eagerly anticipated by their fans and the media would wait to embark on their honeymoon, which is a customary aspect of the wedding experience for many couples. When John David and Abbie decided to postpone their honeymoon, what was the underlying reason behind their decision? It turns out that the answer is more multifaceted and intricate than fans could have anticipated, and the factors that led to this decision show a great deal about the couple's values, their priorities, and even their personal views. A brief aspect of their relationship to review. Prior to delving into the factors that led to the postponement of the honeymoon, it is essential to examine the bond that exists between John David and Abbie. On Counting On, a spin-off of 19 Kids and Counting, both their relationship and their engagement, as well as their wedding, were thoroughly chronicled. One of the members of the Duggar family, who has always been one of the more quiet individuals, is John David Duggar, who is the second oldest of the boys. John David adopted a different approach to romance than many of his siblings, who have engaged in lengthy and public courtships. The nature of his connection with Abbie, who is a nurse and comes from a different Christian household, was a little less publicized than other relationships. During the year 2018, the couple made public their intention to pursue a romantic relationship. Shortly after that, they made public their intention to become engaged. The wedding took place in November of 2019, and it was a celebration that was filled with the traditional values that are uniquely associated with the Duggar family. The fact that John David and Abbie's romance was very short in comparison to other Duggars' relationships attracted the interest of the audience. Nevertheless, the thing that really drew the attention of the audience was the fact that they appeared to have a very different approach to marriage, particularly with regard to the timing of their honeymoon. The traditional method of marriage based on the Duggar family. In order to comprehend the reason behind John David and Abbie's decision to postpone their honeymoon, it is essential to take into consideration the Duggar family's general perspective on marriage and relationships. The Duggar family has a history of adhering to highly rigid traditional Christian standards when it comes to matters of relationships, as evidenced by prior weddings that they have attended. This indicates that courtship, as opposed to dating, is stressed, and that relationships are established on a foundation of purity, with no physical intimacy occurring prior to marriage. In the Duggar family, it is also common practice for young couples to get married, typically not long after they have announced their engagement. Not only is marriage a connection between two individuals, but it is also a pledge to God and to the family. Marriage is considered to be a holy relationship because of this definition. There is a certain amount of excitement surrounding the beginning of married life for many of the Duggar children because the wedding day is just the beginning of a journey that will last for the rest of their lives. As a result, many fans anticipated that when John David and Abbie sealed the knot, they would immediately depart to take advantage of their honeymoon, just as other Duggar couples had followed in their footsteps. But they did not do it. The choice to postpone their honeymoon caused a lot of people to raise their eyebrows. An explanation of the true cause of the delay. It is highly possible that John David and Abbie's decision to postpone their honeymoon was influenced by a number of different circumstances. Let's investigate the most possible explanations for this. 1. The obligations that John David is responsible for on the family farm. The fact that John David was responsible for operating the family farm was one of the primary factors that contributed to the postponement of their honeymoon. Throughout his whole life, John David has been deeply involved in the farming enterprise that his family owns. Along with his father, Jim Bob Duggar, he has assumed a leadership position in the operation of the farm. He is one of the older children of the Duggar family. When the couple made the decision to postpone their honeymoon, this obligation most likely had a significant role in their decision. The operation of a farm is not a straightforward endeavor, and there are several seasons throughout the year that call for regular attention. It is highly possible that the pair decided to postpone their honeymoon in order to guarantee that everything was running properly at home. This is because John David is so closely involved in the day-to-day operations of the business. Due to the fact that the Duggars place a high emphasis on hard work and dedication to their family and community, this could have been of particular significance to them. Because John David might have felt as though he was ignoring his responsibilities if he had taken time away from the farm, he made the decision to remain in close proximity to his family throughout the early stages of his marriage. A concentration on the family and the community. The close-knit relationship that exists inside the Duggar family is well known, and the Duggars place a high importance on both their family and their community. In point of fact, a number of the Duggars have expressed that their mission is to serve others and assist those who are in need, whether it is by their involvement in charitable activities or simply by maintaining a presence of support for one another. The decision that John David and Abbie made to postpone their honeymoon may be a reflection of this specific frame of mind. It's possible that John David and Abbie wanted to devote some of their time following their wedding to spending time with their family, participating in activities with their family, and becoming more involved in their community. This is why they chose to stay at home for a period of time. Due to the fact that this sense of obligation is strongly ingrained in the culture of the Duggar family, it is probable that they felt the need to devote time and energy to their family connections before they could take time for themselves. 3. Respect regarding their purity standards and beliefs with regard to Christianity. The commitment of John David and Abbie to their Christian religion and their desire to preserve the purity standards of the Duggar family may have been another factor that contributed to the delay of their honeymoon. As is common knowledge, the Duggars have made it a priority to uphold stringent boundaries before to their marriage. This includes refraining from engaging in any kind of physical contact prior to the day of their wedding. There is a possibility that the couple decided to postpone their honeymoon in order to continue demonstrating their commitment to the principles of patience, purity, and sacrifice. There is also the possibility that they viewed their honeymoon as anything more than a simple trip. There are some couples in the Duggar family who view their honeymoons as a spiritual trip and an opportunity to become closer to one another as husband and wife. If John David and Abbie had chosen to postpone their trip, it would have provided them with the opportunity to concentrate on their marriage and their faith before embarking on its romantic holiday. Before going on their honeymoon, it's possible that they wanted to begin their married life with a feeling of purpose, taking the time to build a solid foundation for themselves. 4. When the couple decided to be married, there is also the possibility that the delay was caused by the scheduling of their wedding, which is another possible explanation. The wedding of John David and Abbie took place in November 2019, a month that has the potential to be less than perfect for travel, particularly when considering the duties that they have at home. Due to the fact that the weather in Arkansas, where the Duggars reside, may be unpredictable throughout the winter months, it is possible that the pair would have liked to wait until the weather improved and travel circumstances were more favorable. Additionally, because they were newlyweds, it is possible that they required some time to adjust to their new life as a married couple and settle into their new house before traveling for an extended period of time. A great number of couples, including those who are not related to the Duggar family, opt to take some time off before embarking on their honeymoon in order to relax and adjust to their new living circumstances. In conclusion, giving family, faith, and responsibility the highest priority, at the end of the day, it is highly likely that John David and Abbie's decision to postpone their honeymoon was not based on a single cause, but rather on a combination of reasons that represent the values and priorities that they hold as a couple. Their dedication to their family, community, working hard, and their faith most likely played a large influence in the choice, as did their desire to honor their Christian beliefs and the traditions that have been passed down through the Duggar family. In the case of John David and Abbie, the postponement of their honeymoon was not an indication of a lack of love or excitement for each other. Rather, it was a deliberate choice to prioritize their obligations and ideals. It is a choice that reflects the comprehensive attitude to life that the Duggar family takes, which is to put others before oneself, to work hard, and to remain dedicated. Fans may have been taken aback by the choice to postpone the event. But the fact that the pair committed themselves to their family and their faith is evidence of their commitment to both. After everything was said and done, John David and Abbie did go on their honeymoon, and their adventure as a married couple continues. But their choice to wait exemplifies the more profound principles that have always served as the foundation for the Duggar family's decisions, and it demonstrates the extent to which they are ready to make sacrifices in order to lead a life that is characterized by purpose, faith, and service.